back to the Difference series, where I take a conventional product and I compare it or do a little review of its more natural, sustainable kind of counterpart or alternative product. So today we're going to try for the very first time these konjac noodles. So konjac, it's a clear, translucent Japanese noodle. It's rice-free, it's wheat-free, and it basically is a Japanese noodle made from the corm of the konjac yam. Not corn, but corm, C-O-R-M. And it's actually, it comes from the plant stem of this particular plant. So here is the bowl of noodles. I've already heated them up. I found these at just like a local natural market. So I've never actually seen them in a mainstream market or supermarket, but it's called Miracle Noodle. It's plant-based noodles, and this one has already like a pre-made sauce made into it. So it's green curry, and you just heat it up, basically, the package. And this one has the konjac, they're called Shirataki noodles. So it comes from konjac flour and also lime water. It has, this one has oyster mushrooms, so you can kind of see the mushrooms in there. And it has like a green curry flavor. So I'm going to try these for you right now. They're going to be my tried and true first impression. I've never had this before. I've never even tried the Miracle Noodle before or anything similar to it, or konjac noodles. I've never had them, but I guess it's just an alternative if you are wanting to eat something other than rice or wheat. And then this one's very easy to make, just right over the stovetop. Just heat it up in minutes and it's ready. So let's try this now. Here are the noodles. And they're like, it's a pretty thick noodle, and it has these oyster mushrooms in it. So they had a few different flavors, but I don't want to take too much, so I'm just gonna take a little bit. It's softer than a rice noodle or pasta. It does taste, I'm not going to say like jelly-like, but it's not as tough a texture or as chewy. That's what it is. It's definitely not as chewy as rice noodles or wheat noodles. And it's definitely not as dense. It's not as dense as especially wheat noodles like pasta or semolina pasta, any of those. And it's very, very different from like a soba noodle too, if you've ever had soba noodles. But I think the closest thing it comes to is a rice noodle, but these noodles are actually still a little bit softer than a rice noodle. Rice noodles tend to be a little bit more chewy, which I prefer, like a nice chew to a noodle. But the flavor on this particular brand, like whatever the seasonings are, it has coconut milk in it and green curry and some other ingredients as well. It also has lemongrass and green chilies and also some coconut sugar. But the flavor on this is really delicious, so I'm actually really enjoying the flavor. The curry stands out, and it's a little bit, there's a little bit of heat to it, so it's a little tiny spicy. It has coconut sugar in it, but it doesn't come across as sweet at all. And then the oyster mushrooms. Let me just try the oyster mushrooms really quick. I didn't really pay attention to the oyster mushrooms in the first bite, but the oyster mushrooms give it a little bit more like a chewy texture. They're good. The oyster mushrooms are really good, and the noodle itself. Let me try it one more time. It's a subtle flavor. The flavor isn't as strong as like a rice noodle or pasta, but you definitely get the flavor of the sauce itself more so. But it's good. I mean, it's good if you are wanting to eat something. If you want to stay away from rice, or if you just want, you know, stay away from wheat, it is quite delicious and satisfying. But you know, it's still very different. I think it definitely is different than a rice noodle or pasta, especially pasta. These noodles can actually probably fall under the leaky gut diet. I shouldn't say that necessarily, because there's other ingredients in there that may not be okay on the leaky gut diet, but definitely, you know, this is good for just, you know, if you're wanting to just kind of lean away from the wheat and the rice and soy and all of that. This is probably like going to be like a pretty good alternative for what's out there now, in terms of products that are out there. But other than that, that's it. So this is really, really delicious. I will definitely get this again. And again, it's called the Miracle Noodle. They are plant-based, and this one is vegan. So if you are vegan and don't eat dairy, or if you are lactose intolerant or whatnot, you can absolutely have these. So this package here is kind of expensive. It was $6.99 for this package. This is not going to feed a large family by any means, but at least you know like what some of the ingredients are to look out for if you know, are feeding more people than just like 1 or 2 people. So yeah, I'm glad I tried this, and I'm glad I got to try it along with you, and was able to share this with you. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.